people of the internet.
Oh, God.
We're completely normal humans. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Oh, no.
Absolutely. We are the most normal that has ever existed.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, welcome everybody to the first episode of Roll Already Shattered Shard. That is absolutely going to trip me up in the future, and
I thought about that when I named it.
You did it intentionally for that.
Yes, I did.
Oh, you mean that hit D&D campaign, the Shuttered Shart, right?
God damn. I was afraid of that.
That was my first thought as well. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, if you don't know me, I'll say hi first, and I'll pass it around, and we'll end with our DM, who will take us straight into the campaign. If you don't know me, my name is Rachael Messer. I'm a voice actress for anime and video games. And if you guys don't know, you can put !D&D in the chat, and it will bring up all of our social medias. Let's go next to my next door neighbor, friendly, handy dandy Groth. How's life, friend?
I'm next door to you? Oh, boy.
You're living
Oh,
in the
geez.
screen. We live in the screens now.
Ah, gotcha. I'm Chris Homick. I'm the vocal butcher. I do vocal things and bullshit on the internet.
Pass it around.
Go ahead, Alec.
No, I'm last.
Oh, you're last?
Yeah, pass it to someone else.
Brook, take it away.
Oh, hi. I'm Brook Chalmers, voice actor, anime and video games and animation, and also voice director for a bunch of the same. Yeah, and I'll be your wizard this evening. But enough about me. Oliver.
Hello. My name's Oliver Koppert. I'm a voice actor and comic book creator, and I'll be playing Samriel Mestalethia tonight.
And pass it around. We got one friend left.
Okay, let's pass it over to Cerix. Oh,
Hi. Yeah, I can be Cerix. That's fine. My name's David. I sometimes go by David the Arrow Bard or Blumineck. I'm an archer and a general nerd, and I do stuff.
And then last
Over
but
to
not
you.
least,
Hello, everyone. I am Alec, or Alec the Bardd. I will be your dungeon master for this game. I am a TTRPG content creator and professional ballroom dancer. And are we ready to get into the game tonight, friends?
ready,
Yes,
Freddy.
we are.
Excellent. Alisand,
Yes.
you find yourself in a boat, looking upon a pitch dark sky. As you sit up and you look at the sea around you, it is completely still and glassy. So still, you think you could maybe even just walk on it. Normally, this calm sky and calm sea would be relaxing to look upon. But something feels wrong. A chill runs up your spine. Your mouth is dry. Your skin crawls with the feeling of fear. But you don't know where that feeling is coming from. You can't seem to locate it. It seems to be all around you, watching you. As the sea begins to move, it spins slowly at first, but it begins to get faster and faster. Your boat begins to get pulled into the vortex. And as your boat begins to get pulled downwards, you see a pair of two massive purple eyes staring up at you from the bottom of this vortex. As you plunge down into this vortex, a voice pleads, "Find them at midnight upon the field of blood and glory. There shall begin your story. 5 bound to the stars. 5 shards you must find. Fail and the shadows shall rise, for its roar spells this world's demise." You wake up in a cold sweat and out of breath, this voice still ringing in your mind, the memory of those purple eyes burned into your psyche. Would you please mind describing your character?
Well, he's a frightened old man now, covered in a cold sweat. I am known as Alisand of the Path, a elderly wizard. Well, not as elderly as some, but in his early 60s, human, frail, has basically lived his entire life in the pursuit of study and knowledge and the book. he has a very short cropped beard, very studious, has a professorial look about him, as he often does teach here at the Arcanum.
Okay. Would you mind describing what your office or your bedroom looks like, wherever you are staying within the Arcanum?
Very Spartan. He has his bed, and a desk near a window. All of the books neatly arranged and stacked. Nothing out of place. No dust. Yes, he keeps his room as if it were a library.
Okay. So upon waking up from this dream, where does Alisand go next?
Immediately to the desk. I approach the desk. Somewhere, a book, shards, 5 shards, trying to grasp and keep what I saw in the dream. I grab a quill and ink, and I furiously scribble everything I need to remember.
Make me a history check, please.
— 19.
A 19. On a 19, as you begin to transcribe this vision, this dream that you had, this nightmare that you had, a bit of a faded memory comes to mind of something you read once in your studies in the library, foretelling about the legend of something within the ocean. Like it was a myth. You're not sure. It's and just on the tip of your memory, but there's something in your studies that you have found in the libraries here that foretells of something sleeping beneath the waves.
I will think, yes, of where in the stacks that book would have been. And I start to go towards the door in my night clothes.
You are leaving your room, just to confirm, in your pajamas. Yes.
Yes.
Okay, got it.
With a candle.
Is it a onesie with like a poop chute in the back?
Comes in handy after that voice.
Yeah. And he's got little footies and everything. Yes.
I just have to ask: is this normal for Alisand? Like, is this something that he does quite often? Where
No.
the people? Okay.
No, it would not be. Yeah, he usually sleeps fine. Yes.
Okay. So are you heading then to the library?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So as you make your way through the halls of the Arcanum, it's mostly quiet. It's mostly still at this time of night, because most people have normal sleep schedules here in Lumina in the Arcanum. And you make your way to the library, and the library in the Arcanum, to say that you can't see the end of the rows of books would be an understatement. This place is a massive containment of knowledge. Every bit of book and scroll that the people and the librarians here could muster from every bit of the islands exists here. If there is something to be found, it is here. Are you going to investigate this on your own, seek out some help?
I look around. Is there anyone here at this time of night?
Samriel,
Yes.
I would presume that you would still be in the library at this hour.
Yeah. It only takes me a few hours of meditation to get my sleep, so I stay up late at night. Yeah.
Would you mind describing your character for us and what you're doing in the library as this pajama-clad man enters the library?
My name is Samuel Mesterithia, as you can see right here. He's a half-elf with orange and blazoned eyes, dark grey hair, and he's a cleric of the knowledge domain. He's in the library tonight, as he always is, if he's not out on an adventure looking for hidden knowledge, wisdom, and relics, researching some ancient artifact that's long been lost.
And you see your friend Alisand enter the library with candle in hand and pajamas.
Ah, my companion. I see the allure of knowledge has summoned you even in the hush of night. A curious mind knows no rest, does it not?
Samriel, yes. Shard, purple eyes, whirlpool. Shard, purple eyes, whirlpool, as I zoom past him into the
Yeah.
stack.
My friend, you seem disturbed.
Yes, come.
Can
Shard,
I help?
purple eyes, yes. Shard, purple eyes, whirlpool.
Shard, purple eyes, whirlpool.
Five.
You're talking
5 shards, whirlpool.
5 shards.
Where
Where
was
is
it?
this? Where did you find this information? What are you talking about?
Enough questions.
Can the two of you make me investigation checks, please?
Okay, investigation.
9.
No,
Oh,
oh boy.
no.
Oh boy.
I'm out of sorts.
18.
Okay, there we go. So the two of you together, you, Samriel, following Alisand in tow, trying to make sense of what he's saying. The vortex part kind of is the only bit that really sticks out to you, as it is a common knowledge that between the 4 islands, the 4 constellation islands, there is a vortex. Essentially, it's why travel between the 4 islands sometimes takes longer, because passing through the middle is basically like inadvisable.
Right.
So the fact that there's a vortex, the only one that you really know around, is between the center of the islands. That's probably your best bet to start looking, at least.
What are these things you're rambling about? Recite them to me again.
'Tis not rambling. The vortex. The vortex, it's like a whirlpool in the water.
What?
The purple.
the
purple.
vortex
And I
between
grab Samriel by the collar. The purple eyes. Shards, 5 of them. I'm like looking at the books, frustrated now that I've lost the thread of where the book was.
Alisand, you need to calm down.
I am. Calm.
The vortex that you speak of.
Yes,
Could you
yes.
mean the vortex between the islands?
I don't. There was, the water was still, and then I was being pulled into the vortex. Oh, Samriel, it was terrible. The eyes, the shards. Yeah. I must find. There's a book here. I know it. Damn this, the dream. I'm losing it.
So as the two of you begin to discuss this and argue about what you're looking for, I need both of you to just roll me D100s, please.
Well,
53.
53. Okay.
Oh no. Oh, come
Oh
back.
no, we lost him. We lost him.
22.
22 and a 53. That's a total of 77. Correct. So as he's shaking your shoulders and he's saying the purple eyes, the vortex, the shards, for a moment the library vanishes. And you're just on this pure black plane, like expanse of space. Like you can't judge distance, you can't judge, like how far this goes. And for a briefest of moment, the two of you share, you see 2 figures getting off of a ship nearby and walking into town. One of them with a bow on their back, one of them clad in kind of darker clothes. And then your vision flashes and you hear the sound of a crowd. You hear the sound of cheering, you hear the sound of violence. And then you're back in the library.
Okay.
What was that?
Did you see that, my friend?
I let go of Samriel and back up a little. I did. Is it connected?
It has to be. Tell me of this vision you saw.
I was in a boat, a small boat. The water was still as a mill pond. and then the roiling of water and the whirlpool, the vortex, and in the bottom, purple eyes. And I see 5 shards. 5 shards.
This is by no means a coincidence. We just shared a shared vision. This is a rare occurrence. We must find what this means. We should head to the docks, should we not?
Well, not in this.
Well, clearly we must prepare first, my friend.
Yes, very well, very well.
He has to
Well.
get the bunny slippers first.
That's right. They'll sniff out our quarry. Very well, very well. I describe the book that I was looking for to Samriel.
Hmm.
And I will meet you back here. I will prepare. There will be no more rest this evening.
As the two of you part ways to go prepare, we see the camera kind of pans up and away from the library and pans down towards the docks, where we see this massive, I would say, galleon making its way into the docks. In the docks of Lumina have these massive marble gates at basically the front of the bay that all ships kind of pass through as like a welcome into Lumina, into Celestia, the island. And upon that ship, resting on one of the rails of the ship, we find Lianuwen. Would you mind describing your character for us?
Sure. Lianuwen is a 5'6" half elf with medium length, dark wavy hair, pale skin, and she dresses just rather casual. She's intending to blend in and hoping that will work.
Would you mind making me a stealth check?
Oh, okay. Oh, 22.
22.
It was almost a 1. It was going to be real bad.
Or real fun. So, how are you intending on blending in?
She wants to just look like your average commoner, and like she's there for just your average vacation, visiting islands, tourist.
Okay. Go ahead then, because as you're kind of blending into the side, as there's people milling about, you're coming in later in the evening. It's probably one of the last boats to Lumina for the day. Mm-hmm. It's very kind of quiet, save from up at the front of the boat, as there seems to be a gaggle of a couple, looks like, kids way up past their bedtime and a couple of parents around this guy who just seems to be just spouting stories and tales at the front of the boat. What do you do?
He's just spouting stories and tales?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I will absolutely go and listen to those.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cerix, would you mind describing your character for us?
Yeah, sure. So Cerix is a hobgoblin. He's got that kind of, he's about, 5'10", 5'11". He's got that kind of classic reddish orange skin tone. But he wears quite like heavy black eyeshadow, and he's got some sort of black bands. It could be war paint, could be like really deep tattoos. His clothes are fairly plain. He wears mostly black, and everything's kind of wrapped a little bit, kind of bound to him fairly close, apart from a sort of shawl/cloak thing that he wears that seems to be made out of different colours of fabric from all sorts of different styles. He has a bow, sort of probably just propped in a corner at this point. It looks a bit scratty and old, and he tends to carry a small fiddle on his back. Mm-hmm. That's most of what's going on with him. His eyes have got this sort of yellow, and he's got these fairly pronounced canines, the kind of hobgoblin vibe, and he's just stood up there, loving the attention, especially with the kids listening to his stories. And he's telling the tale of a band of adventurers who once plagued the islands, raiding all over the place, and robbing the rich, giving to the poor, and he's just getting really into the descriptions of swinging on light fittings and hanging off ropes and all the silly stuff.
Can you make me a performance check?
I can certainly try.
Best
How good
answer.
are you hanging from those ropes?
Oh, not so good.
Oh no.
What is my? That's an 8.
An
total.
8. So
Perhaps he's a little seasick.
Ain't got the sea legs. No sea legs.
So the kids are completely enraptured with your tale as you're jumping around kind of from rope to rope, from thing to thing. And then you kind of go, for one last rope, and a rogue wave just kind of rocks the boat just a little bit. And you stumble forward, and Lianuwen, this storyteller just kind of goes, stumbles at your feet as he just kind of eats it, telling his story.
I go to help him up. Got a bit carried away there, huh?
It goes with the territory.
The kids are like,
Your audience did seem to enjoy it.
Well, you gotta make it fun. Sorry, have we met? I don't think we've met.
I don't believe so. I'm Lianuwen.
Oh, nice to meet you, Lianuwen.
And you
Am I
are?
getting that right?
Yes, you're good.
Cerix.
It trips a lot of people up. This is not the first time.
Yeah, I'll do my best, Lee. Cerix the Skald.
Quite the name. Have you been telling stories the entire boat ride?
I did have to sleep at one point, I think. But yeah, other than that.
Can the two of you give me perception checks?
We can try.
I believe in you.
The die will be rolled.
9.
A 9.
I got an 11.
An 11. So the two of you don't notice anything like in particular, like in detail, but there's just this kind of like what feels like, when a crack of thunder is right above your head, that kind of like buzz in your body that you get when like thunder cracks above you, but there was no noise. But just for a moment you feel this kind of like buzz through your body. It's not off-putting like a chill up your spine, but it's just that feeling when you're standing right under a thunder crack.
Sorry, I think I just got a bit of static there when I...
Oh, good. It wasn't just me.
Gonna look around at the sky. Like, does it look like storm clouds?
Yeah.
So, how much do the two of you know about stars?
I know that
would your
they're
characters know?
there.
You know that they're there. Okay.
I know that they're there, and you can draw pictures with them.
Okay. How about you, Cerix?
Cerix has spent a lot of his early life on boats, so he probably knows a fair bit about them, just rudimentary terms, and the tales behind the constellations.
Okay. Make me a history check then on your part, and you can as well, Lianuwen, if you want.
I'll give it a try.
It might just be a higher DC because you're like, I know they're there.
My history is -1, so that's not gonna
boy.
go. Oh, I got 17. That's not too
17?
bad.
Okay, that's good. So, even though Lianuwen, you don't have as much experience as Cerix with the stars, both of you kind of look up after this buzz, and those stars aren't normally in that position. You know what I mean? Like normally there's like a field of stars above the constellation isles. Like it's like littered with them. It's almost like those when people get those little starry lights to put on their ceiling. Like it's just all over the place. But you look up, and just above where your boat is, there's just kind of an absence of stars. Not the entire sky, but just in that one spot, there's an absence of stars.
You notice this too, Cerix?
Oh, well, to be honest, I thought I'd hit my head on that fall. I've got like a black spot. Can you hold up some fingers?
Yeah, I don't think a cloud could be there. We'd see a cloud even though it's dark, right?
Usually, yeah.
I don't spend a lot of time looking up the stars, I'll be quite honest.
I've spent some.
as the two of you discuss this absence of stars, the boat comes into dock, and as you see people begin to kind of like get themselves up and get their bags, and as the crews on the ship begin to kind of put the plank down for everyone to get off, I need one more perception check from the two of you.
Please be good. Please percept something.
Oh
16.
No! A 5 and a 16. Cerix, you're just still kind of like looking up at the absence in the stars. You don't notice it, but he's concussed from the fall. Lianuwen, you feel that rush of like that feeling once again, but you just happen to look off to the right of the boat, and you see what looks like a pulse that kind of runs through the water. From basically like way off in the distance, you just kind of see it originate, like the signs before an earthquake. You know, there's just kind of that like that ripple that rolls through the water, and you swear you see a streak of purple.
Oh, okay. I will keep that to myself currently, for now.
Of course, right. And as the two of you are getting off of the boat, and where are the two of you headed?
I will meander because I did not plan this out very well.
That's perfectly fine. How about you, Cerix?
Cerix is going to be looking for a tavern.
A tavern?
Yeah, he's not been to the island before, so he just wants somewhere to hang out, chat, and then go to sleep.
Is that a good idea to do after you got a concussion?
Yes.
Medically, I don't know.
As the two of you are kind of discussing where you want to go next, down the stairs, you see these two men clad in robes. Our friends Alisand and Samriel are coming down the stairs towards the docks. Samriel and Alisand, what are the two of you doing as you're heading down the docks?
Is that? No, it can't be. Is that the boat that we saw?
I believe so, my friend. Do you see the young hobgoblin carrying the bow?
Yeah. Yes, I do.
Could it be the one from our vision?
I mean, I don't believe in chance. I mean, this is. Yes, it must be. It must be. Come.
Yes. Let us find out more.
We'll speak to them, find out some answers.
So Cerix and Lianuwen, you see these two figures are they came down the stairs, looked at you for like a hot second, whispered to themselves, and now they're making a beeline towards you.
Oh, great. I guess I didn't blend in that well. So much for my plan.
So the four of you are now kind of like the two of you walk straight up to them, and the four of you are now together.
Yes, hello. You and you.
Uh-huh.
May we have,
I know
may we
it's
have,
something, but it wasn't me.
well, you don't know that yet. It could very well have been.
No, I'm
Forgive
pretty sure.
the
Mistake my
intrusion.
identity.
We simply wish to ask you a few questions.
Yes.
You're not in any trouble. We just need to talk to you.
Yeah, they said a lot.
They did say a lot. They said a lot very quickly.
Let us go someplace more not in the open.
How about after your long voyage, we take you to a tavern, buy you a meal, a drink, and let's just have a chat.
Yes, Samriel will buy you a meal and a drink.
I won't turn down free
Very well.
food.
All right. Well, yeah, okay. Let's do it.
Samriel, how often do you spend at the docks?
I'm always going somewhere. Like if I'm not,
So
if I'm not in the Arcanum,
you know where like
yeah.
a good tavern was. Okay. So go ahead and make me just make me a survival check
Okay.
to find your way in the dark to the taverns.
Let's see. Oh God. 1. Oh no, 3.
So you remember, you're like, oh, there was this really nice, really kind of snazzy tavern that I went to, and you think you're making your way there as this group is in tow, and then you arrive at a place on the front. It says the Rusty Cactus, and it is like a sign that's kind of like half hanging on to the building. It's like a single story, like wooden and brick building. It's seen better days, but you arrive at the door of the Rusty Cactus.
Seems like a reputable place, Samriel. I'm glad that you've brought us here.
My memory seems to have failed me. However, I'm sure it'll be cheap.
I attempt to mage hand the sign back on the hook.
Give me a sleight of hand check.
17.
17. Yeah, you're able to like hook it back on there, and as you hook it back on there, it goes ka-dunk on the other side. Now the other side is hanging off.
Good enough.
What about the
Cerix
feng
just turns to
shui?
Lianuwen and just sort of just whispers,
Leon, I thought they were a bit. Honestly, I thought Lumina would be a bit nicer than this.
I was just about to say that. I'd heard much nicer things than the best restaurant being the Rusty Cactus.
Samriel, you do vouch for this place, yes?
I'm afraid I'm a little flustered. My memory is failing me, and this does not happen often. But we're already here. We're just here to chat. I mean, they have ale, they have food. Let's go inside.
So the four of you enter the Rusty Cactus. It's got those like classic cowboy swing doors at the front. And just like in every classic Western movie, you bust your way through, and like the music and the talking stops as everybody kind of like turns and looks at you all. What do you do?
As you were.
These, Samriel, these are some rough customers.
Yes, not the best place for this, perhaps. Perhaps we should find a dark corner to speak in.
Oh, yes, a dark corner in a place like this is a great idea. I feel like we should sit out in the light as I slowly put my hand on my coin purse.
I would also like to vouch for the light.
So you all make your way to a table like that's still in the light. As you see, every corner of this place is conveniently in shadow. But you make your way to a table that is in light. And you see like everyone's kind of eyes follow you all the way to your table, but as soon as you sit, music starts again. Everybody goes back to their conversations. But you all have now a table at the Rusty Cactus.
Is it dust
Friendly
off the?
place?
Yeah, I clean off the chair before
Oh,
I
yeah.
sit.
Same.
It's like a good like 3 years worth of dust that just kind of goes off.
Oh, this is absolutely disgusting, Samriel. Whatever.
Forgive me.
I hope the ale tastes better than this table looks.
I hope the glasses are cleaner.
From
As you look
my
over, you see the bartender spitting into the glass.
No!
Adds flavor.
Seasoning.
Yeah. You don't
I
pay
know,
extra for
I know.
that.
From my experience, these kinds of places are a little harsh on the eye. However, I assure you, the places like this have the best food and the best ale.
I should hope they have the best something, because atmosphere and welcome feelings are definitely not it.
Can I make an insight roll into what he just said?
Yes. Yeah, please go ahead. And Samriel, please roll me a deception check. Because you have no idea.
I've rolled a 17.
A 17, Samriel, what did you roll?
9.
He's lying through his teeth. Alisand.
I don't say anything to our new friends, but I do narrow my eyes at him.
So you see a barkeep comes on up to the table, and you see they are they're a tall earth genasi. So you see their skin is this kind of almost cracked green and gray color, with a bits of shimmer of kind of what looks like quartz shining through the cracks. They're very tall, kind of stout, wide shoulders, shaved head. They've got a classic kind of apron around, white shirt, dirty pants, and they go, "Welcome to the Rusty Cactus. May I take your order?"
What do you
else you got?
recommend?
Well, are you looking to remember tonight or make good decisions?
I think good decisions.
Good decisions.
Well, good
Hey,
decision.
you get me
Good
straight.
decisions. We left that outside the swinging doors.
That is our motto here at the Rusty Cactus. You leave good decisions at the door. So we've got normal ale, we got Dragonfire ale, we've got our special, which is the Rusty Cactus drink. We got some wine. We got some stuff we found in the alleyway that like smells funny, might be good. Who knows?
I'll have your wine.
Wine, got it.
Whatever
I'll also
is
take a
normal.
wine.
Normal.
Normal.
And he writes
Not
takes
the
a
back
note.
stuff.
He just kind of, all right, that's good. I'm sorry, what was that?
Alley juice, please.
Alley. Okay. All right, buddy. I need to make a note. And for you, Samriel.
Oh,
I didn't know that was your name, but now I did.
Mind reader.
Mind reader. I have telepathy. What do you want to drink?
I'll take your finest wine, please.
No, it's gotta be wine. It's like we get it out of a bag. Like it's not great.
Then I'll
That's as
take
fine
your
as it
bag
gets.
wine. Thank you.
Bag wine. Got it. All right. There we go. And he takes the notes and he kind of like marches away. And it takes him a while to get his drinks. So while he gets your drinks, it leaves you a chance to discuss.
So let us explain to you why we've gathered you here.
Oh, please. Explanations are much needed right now.
Yes, I apologize. My comrade here, Alisand, had somewhat of an experience last night. And then, after regaling me with his encounter, we had a shared vision. We saw your ship. We saw you. And we feel an urgent need to know more. We must. This is not some strange coincidence. From my experience of my 500 years here, whenever this happens, it means something. We need to find out what is going on.
Yes, your journey here. Did you notice anything strange? See anything out of the ordinary as you sailed?
I want to look to Cerix and kind of see like if he's given any facial cues or something on if we should trust these dudes or not.
Cerix does not hide his facial expression. He's got like a fully skeptical, like raised eyebrow, like. But when you say notice anything strange, he's like, yeah, actually, now that you mention on the boat, I'm pretty sure that the bosun was having a fling with the first mate. But the first mate is definitely married. 'Cause I
No
noticed the
way.
ring. Yeah.
Oh. No, nothing like this. No. I am not interested in the relations.
At the same time, every time. Like, it's...
Oh, they're definitely. I 100% agree with Cerix on this, and we'll vouch.
No. The relations of the crew on the boat are meaningless to this. Did you notice anything strange?
Anything magical?
Magical, yes. Weird. There must be some reason why we've been drawn to you, shown you. And there was something else. The crowd screams. No, Samriel,
The purple.
the whirlpool,
eyes.
the purple eyes, the shards. Yeah, all of it. Whirlpool, the shards, the purple eyes.
Does any of this make sense to you?
They must mean something. Ugh, where is the wine?
It would make sense if you had wine. Yes, that would make sense.
You see the bartender comes back over and he's just kind of like hears you yelling shards and he's like, all right, here's your wine. Sorry about that. And he puts down, and it's just like, it looks like the most standard like box wine color that you could ever get. And he puts that down in front of you and Samriel. He puts down your drink in front of you, Lianuwen, and then he sits down the alley juice in front of Cerix.
Oh, no.
And you see he has like, before he sets down the 3 drinks, which he sets down like an ale in front of Lianuwen, the 2 wines in front of the other 2, and he turns around, puts on oven mitts, and then like with like tongs grabs the drink, like in like the tongs, and sets it down in front of you, and he goes, I'll leave the oven mitts here, just in case. As you see, like the liquid in there just kind of like steams a little bit. It bubbles. He's like, enjoy your drinks, I guess, and walks away.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a sniff.
A sniff.
Can you make me a Constitution saving throw, please?
You already have brain damage from the concussion. What more do you need?
You always smell chemicals first before you taste them.
Or you don't do either. Both are an option.
That's a 24.
A 24. So, did you ever, just to describe the feeling that hits you, when you slap hand sanitizer between your hands and you sniff it? I don't know if you ever did that as a kid. Maybe that's just me. Don't worry about it. But it just kind of like hits you, like wakes you up. Like that's the feeling. Like it's almost like you just drank like 5 shots of espresso just from sniffing this thing. Don't you judge me.
I'm trying not to.
Yo, where are my sanitizer slappers in chat?
Get some sanitizer slappers. Leave a comment below.
Yeah, there's like the sting up your nose. It just wakes you up.
oh.
Oh,
No.
yeah!
Oh, I'm
Roll
gonna be
me.
alone on this island. Oh no.
Roll me a Constitution save now at disadvantage, please.
Alrighty.
I can't believe
that
I
is
just
a 9.
witnessed that.
A 9. So you throw it back, and it goes down pretty smooth, like a smoothie. Like it's a little chunky. It's a little chunky. It's a little thick. As it goes down, it burns a little bit on its way down. And then you just feel this little kind of gurgle in your stomach. And nothing happens at the immediate moment, but you know later this has gotta be a problem. This has gotta be a problem.
Are you okay? You don't.
Yeah, fine.
Hmm.
You should try some.
Oh, I'm great.
Oh.
Thank you.
Oh no, I'm fine with this swill.
To swill.
It's
Yes,
Subtle flavor.
Oh.
And as you all toast, you hear this bang. As you see this, what looks like an orc come flying through the double doors, breaking the double doors off, stumbling through basically the bar and slamming into the back of the wall. And you see the orc has an axe held in his hand. And you see this figure stomp through the door. Groth, would you mind describing your character for us, please?
You see this. So the door frame, it's wide enough for 2 people, but this guy is almost as wide as the whole door, basically. He's a brick shithouse of a man. Mountain man build, black hair all over his body. This is a dwarf. Tall dwarf, 5 foot. Covered in various different types of tattoos. One prominent one is a bear one, kind of like climbing up across his chest and like looks like latching his claws into his shoulder. Huge muscles. Short black beard, gray eyes, longer hair, but all tied back into a tight braid. Also tan leathery skin, and he looks fucking pissed right now. If it is the axe, I think.
It's the axe you think it is. Yes.
Now you see here. I came here as a guest of your city. And I just start walking in towards the guy.
And the orc looks beaten to shit. He looks like he's gotten the crap kicked out of him nonstop. By the way, can I swear? I should have cleared that up.
Yeah.
Okay. He looks like he's been beaten as he's holding basically the axe tight to his chest. He's like, I'm sorry, man. It was just like sitting there for a moment. I didn't know it was yours.
I grab him by the throat.
Oh, God. No, I'm so sorry. I didn't know it was yours. I'm really sorry.
I lean in and I say, do you like your face where it is?
Very much so, thank you.
You're gonna buy me everything in this place. Every drink they have, you're giving it to me.
Okay. That's a fair deal to keep my face where it's at.
You're getting off easy today.
You
And,
kind of broke a lot of my bones. I'm just saying. I don't know if that's easy.
Not enough.
Okay.
I rip Terra from his hands, trying to break some fingers while he's doing through the process.
roll me just a straight athletics check.
I am raging right now. So.
Yeah, okay, roll an advantage.
Sweet.
Roll advantage.
I can't roll for crimp.
Oh no.
Well, I rolled off the table. But that is a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. You just hear this kind of this is like ripple of pops as you yank the axe, and he goes, "Oh, my hands!" And he just is sitting there on the floor, looking at his hands. And you see the entire bar is looking at you, Groth.
Fuck you all looking at. And I put Terra on my back. So drinks, where are they?
What is the reaction of the four of you to the scene you have just witnessed?
I don't think I have ever focused on a glass of wine more
than
I am right now. It's real good.
I have stopped everything and I am just staring at this, jaw agape, like not even aware of my face or anything.
Got it.
Cerix is
All right,
subtly bringing out his vial to try and he's ready for a bar fight and he wants to be ready for the
I'm just side-eyeing.
Okay.
Alec, if I may.
Yes, please.
I also forgot to mention, all you see on this guy is like weapons, like a kind of gladiatorial battle skirt, and like kind of Roman style like sandals tied around his calves. And the axe itself, if I may, is a very gnarled, primal-looking great axe. It looks like it's barely even like the shaft of an axe. It looks more like it's literally just a hunk of tree limb that has been just kind of shaved down to an appropriate size. The axe head is uneven and almost as gnarled as like the shaft itself, with like uneven blades on each side. But the one thing that is also distinguished about the axe is that right underneath the axe head, there are a myriad of faces carved into the wood of different races and some creatures even. Just intricately carved into the haft of the axe.
Okay.
And Groth just walks up to the bar and she's like, "So, it's all on him. What you got?"
It's that guy over there, and the guy's on the ground like, "Oh, my fingers! Oh my God!"
Yes. What you
Does
got?
Does he have money?
Probably.
All right. If not, he'll just work here, I guess, for a while. Well, what do you want? We got a little bit of everything. We got alley juice. We got the rusty cactus. Is our special drink. We have ale, wine.
All of it.
Oh, you said all of it?
Did I stutter?
No, I suppose you didn't. Do you have a next of kin you would like me to call?
What's that mean?
Just make sure to get the oven mitts from that guy over there before you drink the alley juice. That's all I'll say.
Oh no! Did you
All right.
point him over our way?
He did. He's pointing like right. He's like over there at that table. You can get the oven mitts.
Crane my head, just like. All right. And I
And
just.
he begins to pour all of your drinks.
I walk over to their table.
This has gotten.
Coming this way. Remain
This
calm.
has gotten worse than I.
Groth, you see two of them are just like looking at their drinks. One of them's got like an instrument ready to go, and one of them's just like staring straight at you.
I look at, so it's Lianuwen staring at me.
Yeah.
It's like something on my face.
No.
Well, there's some blood.
I think I'm gonna need those. Maybe. I don't know. Might be fun to not use them.
What is he asking for? Just give him to him and have him be on his way.
I kind of like him.
What you drinking right there?
Well, I had some of the alley juice. Goes down a treat.
I wasn't talking to you. I was talking to the old man.
Master Dwarf, I'm having what they would consider wine. But please, take my word, it's swill at best.
Any drink is good drink.
And I slide my wine to him.
Very kind of you. I
No,
pound
you're doing me a favor.
How's it taste?
The wine?
Yeah.
This is some fancy wine. This is the fanciest wine Groth has ever had.
Ooh,
Good quality.
that's good stuff. You're holding out on me, old timer. And I take a big mitt and slap it on his back. And I
Oh! 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 Hi!
You said you had the alley stuff. Right? And I point at Cerix.
Yeah. They give you gloves with it.
Let me see. And I kind of sniff the remnants. Is there any left in there? Or did you take the entire bit?
I think I
Cerix?
saw most of it.
There's
They're
like like the bottom of a smoothie where you need to like move the straw to get to it. Like a fruit smoothie, so it's kind of a little
Sound effect.
chunky. Oh, okay.
I let it fall into my mouth. Some gets on my beard.
Make me a Constitution saving throw, please.
Is this a poison effect?
Yes. Are you immune?
No, but dwarves have resistance to poison.
Okay, so roll at advantage.
Sweet. Constitution 17.
17. No problem. The chunks the chunks are like gushers in a way. Where they pop and they got a little bit of a juice to it. The thing is you cannot identify what the chunks were. You don't know what they were.
Is it
It's for the
alcohol?
best.
That's weird.
Oh, there's a lot that's weird here.
I pulled the chair out from under somebody and bring it over to the table.
Out from
As the
under
person-
somebody?
as this poor like halfling just goes "Ah!" and just falls to the ground.
You're all burned in the midnight oil, this seems.
Yes. Master Dwarf, may I inquire as to your name?
Oh, I go by Groth the Huntsman. And this here, I slap the great axe in my back. This is the lady, Terra Magnolina.
What finds you in our fine city?
This place has, I'm just looking at the remnants of the alley thing, the alley cup. fighting? Heard you all have a fine coliseum here.
Oh, as soon as he says that, I look at Samriel, and I mouth Coliseum to him.
We need. I whisper to Alisand. I'm like, this is no coincidence.
And then I look, 5 shards, 5 of us. This is no No, this is something else.
Service is really slow here, isn't it?
I'm making you every drink in the place. What do you expect?
I mean, sir, the word service is quite generous. Groth.
They're gonna get us kicked out. This is not the best establishment in this area, and you're going to get us kicked out.
Oh, well, so far it's all living up to the standards I've heard. Good fighting so far already. And good drink. Think we can have a good time, my lady.
I look around. I know he named his axe, but I look around for a lady.
That does. I mean, there are ladies like intermixed amongst the crowd, but nobody like within the immediate area. And you see at this point the bartender comes and he's like, all right, here's red wine, white wine, here's ale, here's beer.
Just put it on the table.
Okay. And he puts down the rusty cactus in front of you, puts down the alley juice in front of you, puts down the dragon ale in front of you. It's like, there you go. Enjoy. Make sure to get his next of kin if he drinks all of that at once. All right. I don't have insurance for this. And just like walks away.
You're going to drink all of that.
Probably. Unless I pass out first.
Yes. Well, Groth, if I may be so bold to inquire, before the pass out, on your way here, did you notice anything strange? Anything happen to you, magical or some sort of? Yes, anything of a mystical nature, something that, you would consider not quite normal.
Woke up this morning and I realized I had a new itch. Like,
damn it, no, not
on the back of my left elbow. It was very weird.
no, I'm not interested in maladies or relationships on a boat. The 3 of you, please. Did you notice anything unusual? Purple eyes in the water. A whirlpool. Shards of anything. Anything.
I mean, some of the stars were gone, but apart from
Oh! That's something.
Stars were
Why
missing.
didn't you lead with that?
What do you mean? How were they missing?
Well, okay, you know how when you look up at the sky, there's
Yes.
these little tiny lights, and those are the stars.
Oh.
And they're normally
We're well aware of the stars, yes.
Even I know that.
There
I
weren't
looked up,
stars.
And
For both of you.
See, like with the okay, so there were stars, but there weren't stars.
Wait, the
I don't
entire
understand.
sky?
No,
The
no,
entire
no.
sky.
No. Just a section.
Where?
Yeah.
Where? What
Up in
constellation
the
were they
sky!
near?
Oh,
Up in
then
the
it-
sky.
In the sky. You noticed a void, yes? A blanketing? The stars were not in a small area? Is that what you're trying to tell me?
sort of.
About
Yeah.
that. And then the wave waved, but the wave waved differently. The wave
Go
waved
on.
strangely.
Go on.
What wave?
So there's waves in the ocean. They come
Yes.
up, they go down.
I'm aware of waves, yes.
Oh, you folks in this island with the bookish sort.
I
You
did
don't know
too, but
about
apparently
waves?
they're fighting, and they don't know waves or stars. We're learning
I've gone
a
through
lot.
2 of the drinks by now already.
Which ones? It's important.
I started with the house special and then I did the wine.
Roll me a D100.
Sweet.
Oh
Awesome.
60. Wait, nope. Yeah, 60 even.
A 60, you say, yes?
6D, yes. 60.
Okay. Okay, 60. So, suddenly
Give it to me, come on.
Groth is talking, and suddenly he's like, but Groth, for you in your head, and from what you hear, it sounds like you're talking normal. But now, for the rest of you, he's just talking gibberish.
What?
no. Is this normal on the island?
No. Nope. You
Is this
came
the
here.
stars?
Groth, we don't understand a word you're saying. Yes, all right. Well,
This isn't getting us anywhere. Let's
No. All right.
review what we were talking about with the
First
stars.
of all, I feel like we've gotten ahead of ourselves. I'm sorry, I'm not usually this out of sorts. I am Alisand of the Path, a scholar and professor here at the local Scriptorium Arcanum. This is my companion, Samriel.
Hello, my name is Samriel. I also visit the Arcanum. I am a searcher of knowledge, and we are here because we sensed a disturbance, and we're trying to understand the significance of it. We were directed towards you. We saw a vision of you departing the ship. And
Also, I believe we were also pointed in Groth's direction, and now he is
Yes.
here.
yes, this is not mere coincidence. We need to work this out. Okay, Groth, thank you.
I turn to Cerix, and I would like to just say, I feel like this is a scam. I think they're just grabbing people off the boat and trying to coax them
That
into
is
something.
fair.
Can the two of you then make Cerix and Lianuwen make me insight checks?
Okay.
We're trying to sell you Amway.
20.
A 20, okay.
Oh, damn.
And then Cerix. So you don't know what they're peddling, but they do seem like their desperation to try to like explain what's going on or figure out what's going on does seem genuine. You're not quite sure of what the hell they're talking about, but whatever it is, they do seem actually genuine about it. Lianuwen. Cerix, you're like, this is gonna make a great story. Whatever it is. with a 10, that's what you get.
I'll take it.
Takes out his notebook.
I'm curious. We've introduced ourselves. We know Master Dwarf here, Groth. The two of you, your names?
Thank you, Groth.
Yes, Groth, thank you. Yes.
Poetic.
I just slap him on his shoulder and nod.
Well, I'm sorry.
Oh, Cerix. Well met.
Yeah.
Well met.
Lianuwen.
Lianuwen. Well met as well.
It's not often we see a hobgoblin come to our shores. What brought you here?
Bit forward. Yeah, well, I don't know. I just fancy a change. Sort of
Very good.
have a
Very
wander,
good.
You know, see some new places.
Very well. So, we've ascertained that Groth has an itch that he didn't have before, and the two of you, yes, probably still suffering from this malady. We'll look at it later. The two
sure
of
we have
you
to follow
noticed a hole in the sky, a blanketing of stars, and then Lianuwen, I'm curious, this wave, was it a wave or was it different? What about it, please?
It
I
was a wave
wish to know.
that waved, but waved differently than the other waves.
Did you feel a different energy?
A bit like electric, but not.
Intriguing.
Very.
Can I make a intelligence? Would it be history check?
You could do history, you could do arcana, you could do religion.
Let me do
Whichever
an
you like.
arcana check for anything that might be familiar.
I'll join you in that
right.
endeavor.
Two of you roll me arcana checks.
Okay.
I've taken one of the drinks and poured it onto Tara. I just was like,
You pour the drink onto Tara?
onto the axe head, yeah.
Got it. All right.
I got a 25.
25.
I got an 11. I'm distracted by the itch of Groth.
Yeah, you see, like, Groth
would
is
it
like
be?
sharing a tender moment with the axe, like with the wine. Just there's a tender moment happening there as you're taking this in. But for Samriel, just kind of hearing absence of stars, a wave that waved but differently. There was a bit of like electric energy to it. All the things that you've been discussing. What it seems like is that this seems like the beginnings of something. You know what I mean? Nothing dramatic has happened, but like you kind of put together the pieces that like your friend had a vision, you had a shared vision. All 5 of you were all together, random people from all different walks of life besides from the 2 of you. Strange happenings in nature, like something is wrong. And at that moment is when, because you're the one with the highest passive perception, you notice that the sounds of the bar have stopped. The sounds of the patrons have ceased. There's no more, like, there's no more basically like the sounds of the bar. As you begin to look around and you see the bartender is gone. The patrons are gone. The drinks and the food are still on the tables. Everything is as if the people were just there, but they're gone.
Good.
And you see from the corners of the shadowy corners of all of this place, you see from each corner, so there's 4, you see 2 robed figures step from the shadows, making a total of 8 people beginning to close in around the group of you. And I need everybody to roll for initiative.
Yes.
12.
5.
12. 5.
Do I have? No, I think that's later on. 10.
Lianuwen, you said 5?
Yeah.
Who was the 10?
Me.
Groth was 10.
Yes.
Cerix?
6.
6? Oh, guys!
We're gonna die.
Come on now.
This is a nice episode 1, everybody.
And Alisand?
You ready for this?
Yeah.
8.
Nice. Come on, man.
We're very drunk. We're very
yeah.
Okay.
I still can't believe he's
We
pouring
haven't had any
wine on
sleep
an
either.
axe.
Thanks to Alisand.
So you see, as you notice all of these robed figures step out of basically the shadowy corners, there's 8 of them. Each of them are about 30 feet from you, almost perfectly, like 30 feet to either corner. And what you notice is you cannot see a face. Like it's like a hood, and it's just darkness here. And you see these robed figures all seem to draw daggers. And they're going to, 2 of them are going to lunge at Alisand, and one of them is going to lunge at Groth, as the rest of them rolled poorly. Alisand, does a 14 hit you?
Oh yes, quite
Okay. You're gonna, yikes. You're gonna take 7 piercing damage. As one of them comes up and you see they slam their dagger and you're able to move out of the way, but the other one catches you right under the ribs and twists it just a bit, dealing 7 piercing damage to you. And Groth, it's a nat 1 from that person, so they come up and I imagine you just kind of catch the wrist. You can talk normally again during combat to tell us what you're doing.
I was just barely noticing the change, honestly. She's like, what Let it get darker in here. And I was about to grab Terra, and then I accidentally grabbed the dagger instead.
You got his hand. And
Look
with
at us.
so those 3 have gone. We're now going to move to Samriel. Samriel, you are up next. What do? You see these figures are closing in around you. 2 are behind you. 1 is behind Groth, and the other 5 are now approaching the table.
All right. I'm going to go to Old Reliable, and I am going to get the closest dude who isn't entangled by Groth.
Yep. There's 2 like basically right behind you and Alisand. There's 2 right there that aren't dealing with Groth.
Right. So I'm gonna use command Lee on one of them.
Yeah, absolutely. What kind of save is that? It is, I believe, was that a wisdom saving throw? Yeah.
Yeah.
Wisdom saving throw. Okay. Oh boy. What does your command spell look like when you cast it?
So I say, on guard, my friends. We seem to be surrounded. These faceless monsters have come to take us. Be aware. Alisand, I know you're not too averse with combat, but you find yourself amidst it. Trust me and trust these new allies. Fiend, flee!
And you see he comes with his dagger again, drops it, and just backs away into the shadow, and you see he vanishes. So we're down to 7. There's 7 now.
Where are you
That's
going?
7.
You let one get away!
Anything else for you, Samriel?
No.
Okay, Groth, you're up, my friend.
Said I have this man's hand currently.
Yes,
yeah?
you have his hand. Yes.
Cool. Bonus action rage because I've fallen out of my initial one by now.
Right.
And I am burning my first one, even though it was just flavor. And I am going to. I want to try and either break this man's wrist or make him release his dagger, basically.
Give me a athletics check. Roll me athletics check.
Yeah, he's just as he's holding the handed dagger, he's like, "Oh, you folks really know how to have a welcome." You said athletics?
Yep, athletics, please.
Is that an advantage during rage? I can't
Yes.
remember. All right, cool.
And if it's not, I'm the DM. I make the rules.
Sweet. 24.
Jesus. So it's like when you know the sound that a glow stick makes, right? When you crack it, that's what his wrist sounds like as you hear it just crack and as you crack his wrist.
So good.
Sweet. Does the dagger fall out of his hand?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Was that an action to do that?
I'd say bonus action. Well, you bonus action raged.
Yeah.
No. To crack his wrist, I would say no.
You sure? Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, in that case, I whip around in the chair. I take Terra out. He is cackling. He's like, and he recklessly attacks this man. Screw it.
All right. Go ahead and roll.
That is a 25 to hit.
Oh yeah. Oh my god.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Or garbage
F in
roll.
chat.
That is only 7 points of slashing damage, though.
So you see as you bring your axe down, as you bring Terra down, you see it tears through the robe, and you feel it almost as if you're passing through nothing. As you cut through, and the robe kind of tears in half and falls to the ground, and you see smoke and shadow just rise out of the robe, dismissing as he is slain.
These boys ain't fun at all. And I'm gonna go to the next one that's nearest to me and use my second attack against that one.
There's one more like immediately next to you. That was the one who stabbed Alisand. The other one ran away.
Wait, I'm going to do again reckless with Great Weapon Master
Okay.
for fun.
Okay.
There's -5 to hit because of the Weapon Master, but it's still a +1. But that is a 19 to hit.
Yeah. Yes. Big time.
Sweet. So that'll be 11 plus 21 points of slashing damage.
Once again, just like before, when you cut the other one in half and it dissipated, same thing happens here as you bisect this one, the robe splitting into 2 parts, and Shadow just...
Think I'm working the drink out now?
Anything else for Groth?
He just immediately turns to the other. He's like, "Who's next done? Come on!"
It is now 2 of the... So 2 of the cultists have been killed. 1 has left. So there are 4 cultists remaining. And 1 is going to fire off an Eldritch Blast at Cerix from the corner. It rolled a 4. So as you see this beam of purplish, like amethyst-like energy form in its hand, it goes to fire at you. How do you dodge it?
Cerix was torn between grabbing a weapon and grabbing a violin when he saw this fight was starting, so he just like bats it out of the way with his violin.
And you see it just ricochets into the ceiling. And then from there, we go to Alisand. Alisand, is your turn. You've been stabbed in the ribs, but Groth and your friend Samriel have taken care of the foes behind you. There are now 4 in front of you, behind Lianuwen and Cerix.
Hold my rib where the dagger went in.
Pull it together, old timer.
And I'm close to Groth, right?
Yes.
Groth. And I reach out to touch his axe. It's okay.
Oh, no.
It's not a grab motion. It's like a finger.
Oh, you're just poking it?
Yeah.
It's like he still gives you like in his rage, he's going from like goes from glee to like a brief flash of like murderous intent.
Mm-hmm.
But if you do it quickly, then
right.
it goes away.
All right. I touch the axe and I cast magic weapon.
Very good. What does it make the weapon look like? What is the shimmer that comes off the end of the weapon? What does that look like?
It's like a gold glow with like almost like when you light a sparkler, right? It's just like things dripping off of it.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I position myself so Groth is between me and the adversaries.
Got it. Perfect. All right. We move then to Cerix. So Cerix, there is 4 behind you. What do you do?
Are they within melee range of me?
It would take you just a little bit of movement to get to them.
Okay, awesome. That is the answer I wanted. Cerix flings his now presumably heavily damaged vial aside.
It looks a little busted up from taking that Eldritch Blast, yeah.
Sort of kicks his chair backwards towards them. I'm not expecting any effect from it, but like kicks his chair backwards and picks up his bow, which, if anyone gets a quick look at it, looks like it shouldn't work. There's huge cracks running through it. And he quickly plucks an arrow out, turns to the one that just shot the Eldritch Blast at him, and he's going to make a shot in return. As he pulls the string back, the cracks sort of fill with a vaguely purple light, and he's going to try and shoot it. That is what is my heat. There we go. Right, so that's it's an 11 to hit, but he's going to use his fortune from the many because he feels like he's under some pressure here. Everyone else has done something cool. So that will take it to a 14.
A 14 will hit.
Awesome. So yeah, this arrow shoots out, and with it, there's you hear there's the whisper of the bowstring, but there's also just 1 or 2 other slight whispers.
Go ahead and roll me damage.
What'd you say?
Nice. It does 14 points of damage in total.
14 points of damage.
Psychic. That makes sense.
So you see the arrow slams into it, and you see that kind of burst of purple like shadow kind of out of like in the place of viscera and blood. It's this purple like shadow that sprays forward from the robe. As you see the robe, very much Obi-Wan Kenobi at the end of New Hope. Sorry, spoilers if you haven't seen it at this point. Collapse to the ground as the arrow pierces through and kind of into the wall.
How many are left? Sorry.
So now there are 3 left.
There are 3 left. Okay,
Yes.
he's going to quickly pluck another arrow, make a second shot. That is more like it. That's a dirty 20 to hit.
Dirty 20 will hit.
So that one deals even better. That's 15 points of
Yeah.
damage. 5.
Once again, another one of these shadows just absolutely dispatched by your arrow.
And you just get a sort of a muttered, "Nice one, lads." And then he will lunge towards one of the ones in front of him. He's going to use his bonus action to use the hobgoblin bonus action help.
Mm-hmm.
And he's going to basically lunge towards one of them and try to like hold the dagger back so that the next person to attack is going to have advantage on the
Okay.
attack.
Well, lucky for you, Lianuwen, that's you. So you see he's holding the last guy for you.
Nice.
In place for you to mess him up. Like schoolyard style, like holding him so you can take care of him.
Yeah, Manuki.
Makes this a bit too easy, but I would like to take out 2 of my short swords and go to just stab the dude with both of them.
Absolutely. Go ahead and roll to attack. And make sure to roll at advantage. So you're gonna roll 2 dice and take the highest.
13.
13, and then you're going to add your +4. Is it 13 with the +4?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, that'll still hit. Still hit.
I
So go ahead
maybe
and roll
needed the bully help there.
That's okay. Go
The
ahead and
ale's
roll
hitting a little
damage.
strong. 6 piercing damage.
6 piercing damage. So you stab through the middle of this thing, and as the shadows kind of burst away from it, and the robe collapses across your sword, and the room falls silent, you all share the same thought. That was too easy.
Oh no.
Come on.
And I need perception checks from everybody.
Yeah, Groth is looking for more. Like two guys that turned into farts. That's not satisfying. He's looking for more.
Lianuwen got a dirty 20 on perception.
Dirty 20. Got it.
14.
14. What'd you roll, Cerix?
34.
Whoa.
Did you say a 34?
No, dirty 4.
Oh, 34. I thought you said
no.
Yeah, me too. I was like,
I was like, holy hell. I don't know.
Cerix perceives
Cerix is
everything.
not-
Cerix perceives us. He sees us. You see a bunch of people sitting in boxes. I don't know what it means. Okay, so a dirty 4. Groth, I'm sorry, one more time.
14.
14.
Oh, what the
Samriel.
I can't remember now. That was so eventful.
That's okay. Alisand, what was it?
18.
18.
I think it was 12. I'm not
12. So you all, anybody who rolled above a 14 will notice the robes starting to kind of pull together. As you see, like you basically, those of you who rolled a 14 look up and you see the shadows that had dispersed from the person has been hanging on the ceiling. As you see the robes begin to kind of get pulled by wisps of shadow, as the robes get pulled together, as the shadows now begin to funnel back down into this robe, and the robe begins to kind of twist and take shape as these 8 robes come together and begin to basically, you see the shape gets taller and taller and taller and taller as you see this almost like colossus that is basically its head is touching the ceiling, made of shadow, and these remnants of these torn robes now stands before all of you. As you see, its body is kind of made of these wisps of purple and black shadow, forming what looks like the face of a man almost, but you can't, it's almost like featureless. As you see, this body of shadow and robe stands before you all, and we are back at the top of the initiative order with our good friend Samriel. What do you do?
Can I make a perception check to see if I have come across any, if I know any kind of history of this person?
Sure. Yeah,
Yeah.
go ahead.
Oh, never mind. I got a 6.
A 6. This is the wildest evening ever. You met a group of your friend had a vision. You met a bunch of people at a dock. This guy loves his axe, and now there's a shadow giant in front of you. You have no reference for this. You're just frazzled. Anything else you want to do with your turn? I won't count that as your action.
I will enhance. I'll use enhance ability on Groth since he's so freaking eager to mess stuff up, and give him bull strength.
Ooh. You want to read off what that does?
What do?
Yeah. So the target has an advantage on strength checks, and his or her carrying capacity doubles. So he can probably pick up a chair and throw it.
So you already have advantage, but now your carrying capacity is doubled what it would already. I'm pretty sure rage already doubles your carrying capacity.
Oh,
So
right.
I am. Yeah.
Swole.
He can pick up the tavern now.
Yeah, I was about to say, Groth's muscles become more. He doesn't get bigger, but he just gets more defined and more.
It's like Broly from Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah,
just
basically.
Anything else for you, Samriel?
Yeah, I'm gonna move to the front of Alisand, and I'm gonna push him back a little bit, and I'm gonna reassure him. I'm gonna be like, "Don't worry, my friend. Everything will be all right." And I'm gonna protect him.
Okay. All right.
Well, we'll see what happens.
Groth, you are up, my friend.
I feel this swell of just like strength. I can't remember how much I could lift, but already whenever I'm raging, like my
Pretty sure it's like quadrupled now.
yeah, it's like I want to say it's like I can. It's a lot.
So this is shorter of what you can't lift than you can.
Yeah.
Yes.
So and then I see Terra is now like golden and glowing. Just Terra. Didn't think you could get more beautiful, my lady. He goes. He's like, what are you? I'm fucking killing you. And he goes and he's recklessly attacking this thing.
Go ahead and roll the hit, my friend.
Oh, and so the magic weapon's at second level, so you're +1 to hit, +1 to damage.
Oh, yes,
Nice.
Queen. All right, so +7 in the. All right, so first swing, I will do Great Weapon Master.
Mm-hmm.
So -5 to hit, but I'll do +10 damage if I hit. Does a 19 hit?
19 will hit.
Sweet. Ooh. That is a 10 plus 4 plus 2. So it's 20. It's 16 plus 10, so 26 points of damage in the first swing.
Jesus.
Hell yeah!
The muscles tense, just like a cannon blast through this thing. On the second swing, he'll actually quickly put up Terra, and he actually using this strength, he wants to like, let's try this out, then. And he's gonna try and grapple this thing, and try and yeah.
Just to confirm, you are grabbing it, right? You're putting your hands on it.
Yes.
Can you make me a wisdom saving throw, please?
Oh boy, I would love to.
Why do I feel like Groth's wisdom is not that high?
It's not, but it's still a natural 20 plus.
Hey. So as you go and you wrap your arms around it, for a moment, you feel this intense chill. Like where the temperature in the room drops to like 0 for a moment. And you can feel yourself almost like you were gonna almost fall into that cold for a moment, but you're able to shake it off. Like I just shook my headphones off my head. And go ahead and we're gonna make a contested strength check. All right, so go ahead and roll me basically 2 dice and pick the highest because you're raging and you have enhance ability.
Oh man, that was almost really good.
You gotta beat it. He rolled a 15, so perfect.
Oh, okay,
So
cool.
you presently have it grappled.
It was definitely a little hard. It was a weird sensation. It threw him off, even like with the extra strength. He's like, "All right, hit the fucker!"
We go then to Alisand. Yes, Alisand, you were next in the order. You are up, my friend.
Very good. I'm like, I've got Samriel in front of me, Groth the thing. So I sort of lean over Samriel and I fire a ray of frost at it, not knowing that he grabbed a bunch of cold. So we don't know, but
Go ahead.
So,
Roll the hit.
24.
Oh yeah, Jesus, yeah.
Nice.
All right, that is 7 points of cold.
As the cold splashes across it, you see like it almost like for the first time as the body has like constantly been moving, the cold seems to almost like materialize where it like when you throw what's the best word, like something on somebody that's invisible, right? And like in movies and media and stuff like that. That's a weird
I was gonna say, when are you doing that IRL? Please share.
It solidifies the shadow, like the shadow part when you hit it with cold. As you see, like that 6 cold damage hits up against it and solidifies that part.
Do I feel like that's good?
It seemed like it was almost incorporeal before, and now it seems like that had more of an effect than physical attacks.
Okay. So I start reloading another for next time, and I stay behind Samriel. I just pat him. That seemed to work well.
All right.
It's got
Next
colder
we
all
go
of a sudden. What are you doing?
Cerix, you're up, my friend.
So yeah, Cerix hears all this commotion behind him because he got really low on perception. Just turns, he's like, "What the?"
As you see
All right,
this
cool,
shadow
right,
giant standing in the bar.
Yeah, takes a step back, and he just sort of he mutters, "Rake, I think I need your help." "Absolutely, good sir." And he stands up just a little bit taller. He doesn't get taller, but he's gone from like to like that. Posture goes really lovely, and there's a faint, almost like whisper of someone else kind of overlaying him. It's got slightly longer hair and just slightly different. And then, so as my bonus action, I would like to rage.
Yeah, brother. Cool barbarians.
I would like to shoot at this thing again.
Please do.
Or for the first time in this case. First one is a miss. The first one is going to be an 11. I'm going to fortune from the many it just in case. Takes it to a 14.
That'll hit.
So you see the arrow and it's going like off target, and then something like just a quick flicker of energy flies towards it and sort of nudges it, and it kind of goes a bit closer to the target
And connects
so
with
that
its
one-
chest.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Almost completely max damage there. That's 13 points of
13 points.
piercing damage and 5 points of psychic.
Nice.
Very good. Yeah, this arrow slams into it. And you see this kind of like ripple of energy that goes through the thing. But this time, before the arrows pass through, this time the arrow stays stuck in its chest.
Nice. And something like it's a little bit dissonant with the movement of Cerix's lips. Says, "Why don't you pick on something of your own corporeality?" And that creature is now going to have disadvantage on attacks against anyone other than Cerix. And
very nice.
They will have resistance to the damage.
Okay.
And then I'm going to shoot.
That's
again.
cool. That's
All
cool.
right.
But this one's going to be a miss. I'm running low on fortune from the many. I'm going to leave it there.
Yeah, you see, this time the arrow just kind of goes wide and slams into the ceiling. And now, Lianuwen, you are
Okay.
up. You see this massive shadowy creature before you. What do you do?
Does Hunter's Sense work on this? I've not played a ranger before, so I don't know.
Hunter's Sense. Let
yeah.
me take a look.
As an action, choose one creature you can see within 60 feet. You immediately learn whether the creature has any damage immunities, resistance, or vulnerabilities, and what they
Yes.
are if the creature is not hidden from divination magic.
Okay, so you take a look at this thing. and it would work. So you're going to use your action this turn.
I have two
so
actions, I think, because it says, I think actions attacks per action 2. Does that mean I get twice?
Let me take a look. See.
Sorry.
Really quick. You're good. There's no need to apologize. You'll be able to yeah, because you have 2 weapon fighting, so you'll be able to make an attack also. So you take a look at this thing, and maybe in your past experience you've dealt with kind of incorporeal creatures before, but you see physical damage seems to do something to it, but you've noticed the elemental damage. So like ice and psychic, you seem to have they look like they dealt more damage than the physical attacks. So you see it's got resistance. You'll learn that it has resistance to slashing, piercing, and bludgeoning damage. But it has vulnerability to every elemental. So you see psychic, ice, fire, all of the elemental damage. It has a vulnerability to. As you see that icy part of its arm, is still in, basically frozen, and the arrow that dealt psychic damage is still in its chest.
Okay. So I'd like to relay to the group of, all right, so physical damage does jack shit, but if you guys have any elements, throw them all at this fucker. And because this is all I've got, I'm going to stab it in the ice arm.
Okay, go ahead and roll the hit.
I'll give you
14.
an icy
I
thumbs up.
appreciate that.
Does a 14 hit?
A 14 will hit, yes.
Yes.
Meets it, beats it.
Okay. And then 8 for damage.
8 damage. Yeah, you slash into the ice, and you see the ice crack, because that's where you're stabbing, right?
Yes, yeah.
You slash into it, you see the ice cracks, and you see that actual part of the arm kind of sloughs down to the ground. And it doesn't look like it's reforming, as that icy edge is still basically on the edge of the limb.
Sweet.
Good hunt,
Anything-
boss.
Anything else for Lianuwen?
That's it.
So you see it's now the creature's turn. As its arm slumps to the ground, it's got an arrow in its chest, it's got a cut across, it's now being held by Groth. You see it reaches out a hand, and you see these little balls of what looks like inky darkness begin to collect on each one of its fingers. And I need okay. Because this is, can you read what you did, David, one more time? Blumineck? Cerix? I said 3 names. So sorry.
They're all right.
They're all correct.
Yeah. Word for word. While raging, the first creature you hit with an attack on your turn has disadvantage on any attack that isn't against you, and when it hits a creature other than you, the creature has resistance to the damage dealt by the attack.
Got it. So from Lianuwen, Cerix, and Samriel, I need each of you to make me dexterity saving throws, and if you fail, you're gonna take no damage. Or not, sorry. If you pass, you'll take no damage. because of what Cerix did.
I got 9.
Oh boy.
I got
Yeah.
a 6.
You got a 6? Okay.
Preparing to die.
And Cerix?
I got a 10.
Okay.
Oh.
So luckily for Samriel and Lianuwen, the 2 of you will still take half damage of what I roll, but Cerix, you're gonna take full damage. As you see these motes of inky blackness shoot out like these basically sharp darts across the room towards you all. Yes.
I would also like to use my reaction.
Oh.
So
Before I roll damage, go ahead.
Well, it takes place after the damage.
Okay, I'll roll damage first then.
Yeah.
So each of you will take. So you two, Lianuwen and Samriel, you'll only take 3 psychic damage, each of you, and then my friend Cerix, you'll take 7, unless you have a reaction to it.
The reaction is not to me. So it's a spirit shield. When a creature you can see within 30 feet of you takes damage, and essentially, was it Alisand took some of that?
So it's Samriel and Lianuwen, the ones that are taking
Samriel,
damage.
right. Lianuwen then, because I sort of we
No
came off the boat together. So your
buddies in that way.
Yeah, a weird sort of incorporeal thing kind of dives in front of you and reduces that damage by 11.
Dang.
Wow.
So
So
you
I'm
take no
healed.
damage. You take no damage. As this inky black dart kind of heads straight towards you, this almost weird spirit jumps in the way and blocks it. as your new friend from the boat saved you.
Oh my gosh, thank you.
No.
And we are now back at
Thanks, Oral.
the top of the order with Samriel.
Okay.
You see, this thing is not looking good. As its arms on the ground, it's got this arrow in its chest. It still has that shimmering cut from where Groth cut into it. And Groth is currently holding on to it, so it can't go anywhere.
Okay. So, with fires of conviction, I surge forward towards him with resolve, and as my mace hits him with radiant arcane energy, I weave a booming incantation and use booming blade.
Okay.
Hey!
Nice.
And I say, by the realms of the above and below, by the sacred texts that guide my path, I rend the very fabric of your malevolence. And roll an attack.
Yeah,
This guy's dramatic.
I like it.
I know, I'm not saying it's bad. It's just, it's a show.
15.
15 will hit.
All right.
So as you hit it, you see this thunderous energy just kind of radiate over it, and it will take that damage if it tries to run. If it tries to move, right? That's how it works? The target willingly moves 5 feet.
Mm-hmm.
Unless it goes to the next to your back, the beginning of your next turn. If it tries to move, it's going to take damage. You basically locked it in place.
Mm-hmm.
But you'd still deal the damage of your mace, though.
Yeah. Which is Where is my mace? 2d8. Let me find my d8. 1 second. That's gonna be 9. No, it can't be 9. I haven't got a d8 right here. Wait a minute.
You got this, man. I believe.
It's the one that looks like a diamond.
It looks like a diamond. There it is.
Yes.
But
Shine
I
bright.
just rolled a 9. I'm confused.
Oh, that's a D10. That's a D10.
That's a fat diamond.
You want like
Right.
that's a chubby diamond. You want the skinny diamond.
Skinny diamond?
You
Yeah,
want the
it's
one
like-
that's 2 pyramids stacked on each
Two
other.
pyramids.
Yeah.
2 pyramids stacked on each other. I
I must be
realize I'm
missing
trying
it.
to hold the dice.
I'm
but
missing
it's
it.
over
I'm missing it.
here. We're doing great, Rachel. Don't worry.
Can someone roll
I'm
for me?
loving this. I'm loving this.
It looks like you want me to roll it for you. You want me
Yes,
to roll
please.
it?
Yes.
Okay, I'll roll it for you. So the first one was a 2. The second one was a 3. I swear.
Roll
that's what it
better.
was. I'm sorry. So it was a total of 5. It was a 5 plus your mace's damage, which is plus 3, I believe. So that's a total of 8 damage.
I'm happy with that.
As you slam into it, and this pop of basically thunderous radiant energy basically covers it completely. Anything else for your turn?
No, I don't think so.
All right. We're going to move on then to Groth. Groth, you are up, my friend.
Awesome. All right, so all this damage is going into this thing.
Yeah.
And then I just felt a big, like, boom.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on because I'm kind of holding this thing from the back.
Yeah. You're kind of like ass to face right now, pretty much.
Hope
This thing.
you're all doing something. I am going to attempt to, because this thing's like large,
Yes.
basically, like its
Yeah,
head's
it's a
like
large
to the
creature, yeah.
ceiling.
Yeah.
I want to attempt to knock it prone, if I may.
Suplex that motherfucker.
I want to try and leverage it, and like, if it's even physically possible, I don't know. It's Shadow, but Groth is going to still make the attempt for his first attack, if he may.
Are you gonna try to suplex it like to the ground, or like what?
Basically,
tell me what you trying to do.
he's trying to like lift it off of its spooky ghost feet and and make it basically just. He's trying to knock it to the ground. He's just trying to.
Roll me. Let's do another contested strength check.
Okay,
So you're gonna roll athletics, is what you're gonna do.
gotcha. That's a 25.
A 25. Yeah. You basically like Undertaker style suplex this thing into the ground, cracking the ground.
You ain't going nowhere.
I got you for 3 minutes. So it is on the ground. Late day.
And then if that would that have been my first attack?
That would be your first attack, yes.
Cool. Then it's like, oh, where's your head? I want it. And he's gonna look for where its head might be. He doesn't know, but
It's like floating, generally like it's got a face and a head, kind of like where, a normal head would be floating at the top of its form. Yeah.
Do I have advantage because it's prone?
Yes.
Then I will not bother recklessly attacking. I will Great Weapon Master, though.
Okay.
Garbage on the first one. Dirty 20 to hit.
Dirty 20 will hit.
And that is...
Don't forget
22.
your plus. Don't forget your plus ones. Yeah.
Oh, I'm not old timer. Don't worry. I'm not.
Good.
Oh, actually, that's not a 6. That's a 9. Cool. Math dice are fun.
Dice are fun.
They're fun. That is 13. No, math. I can't math. Why can't I math? Please help, Rain. So 9
I can't math either.
15,
How much math was it?
15. Cool. 15 plus 10. 25 points of slashing damage.
How do you want to do this?
Yeah.
I said I'm taking its head.
Yes.
Never killed one
Called
of
the
these things
headsman for
before.
a reason. Sorry.
You're going on the list. And he just starts just like starts trying to carve its head off if it has one. And in the process, I just imagine just like wood chips and shadow are flying everywhere as he is in like cloth. He turns into like a jackhammer, just like a razor sharp jackhammer. It's just like do, and he doesn't get ahead, but whatever it is everywhere.
It just kind of into shadow across the floor, leaving just the robes that were kind of like basically like making up different parts of it. And you all are out of combat.
Woo! Well done, guys.
I did not have any element stuff, so I'm glad about that.
You need some elemental arrows.
I hold my ribs and I walk back to the table and I find any alcohol that's there that hasn't been drank, and I sit shakily.
Wait, what kind of alcohol did you pick up, though? Because that does make a difference.
Yeah, I wouldn't go with the alley juice.
I just grab a cup.
Let me roll a d6.
Oh no! You're gonna drink the juice.
Yeah, you picked up just normal ale. Normal ale.
Yeah, and I sit down holding my bloody rib, and I slowly drink.
Oh, yeah.
That was fun. And has Terra stopped glowing, or is Terra still glowing right now from the map?
How long does that last?
I actively will concentrate on it for the full hour.
Oh, okay.
Just to keep it going. Just, as a sign of trust.
Okay. Lianuwen and Cerix, what are the two of you getting up to now?
I'm gonna go sit next to Alisand and just ask if this is a normal occurrence on this island, because I may want to change my vacation destination.
No, but there's a reason why I rarely leave the library.
It's just not. It's common, not like all the time, but common.
Well, in a horrific hole like this, perhaps. But that was, I don't know what that was. Oh.
Cerix?
My character's feeling incredibly guilty for bringing us here, and he walks up to Alisand and says he uses prayer of healing on him while he's he pulls the knife out of his gut and puts his hand on the wound and says, "Forgive me. This was not the way I wished to induct you to my adventures. However, you are incredibly brave, my friend, and thank you for joining me."
Well, I mean, if Brave is standing there while a dagger gets stuck in you, then I'll take it.
That dagger good for an old man.
Oh, ow! No. No.
Seen most men your age stabbed, pass right out. You took it like a champion.
He did. He did.
Raise the ale.
How many
Oh.
old men are you watching be stabbed? Never mind.
Is there an unusual amount?
More than one. I'd even argue one.
Question, DM.
Mhm.
Are we still in the void, or has it transitioned back into the tavern?
So the tavern is basically you're back at the tavern, but still nobody is here.
Oh, so we're
You're alone you're alone in the bar. The remnants of the robes are on the ground.
and our battle also. So like multiple axe
Axe wounds, sword slashes,
Mm.
eldritch blast holes, all
Gotcha.
sorts of things.
Does this normally happen here?
No.
No.
Not.
Just common. Just common.
I mean, forgive me for bringing you here. This was not my intention. However, Celestia is a wonderful place of knowledge and research. This is not a common occurrence here. There's something more to divine from this experience. As we gathered you together, we knew something was amiss. That's why we're here. Perhaps this is connected.
You dragged Cerix and I off a boat to here when you knew something was going to happen. Pray tell,
You were already a part of this. You
I
must
was on a
understand.
boat. He was telling stories to kids. I doubt that.
I don't think
As
that's
I,
what
as I
he.
stressed urgently before, I didn't do nothing.
Agreed.
Ah,
Ouch.
you did, but you didn't do nothing, which means you did something.
Yeah, I thought you'd be that type. Cerix is like picking up his damaged fiddle and sort of writing it off. He'll pick up a scrap of some of the robes that have been cut, feel something in his stomach, rush behind the bar for a minute, and come back.
Okay.
Yeah.
Groth has taken out a piece of charcoal and a really long piece of parchment that is covered in dirt, grime, and bloodstains of various different hues. And he is scribbling something down on it. Ugh.
Is there anything left of assailants?
There are the robes. The
Right.
robes that are all torn and on the ground. Some of them
Can
were
I-
taken for use elsewhere, but there.
Can I do an Arcana check on them?
Sure.
Yeah.
And then I saw a hand.
I'd just like
Alisand.
to know how much healing I got.
Oh
yeah.
yes. How much did your prayer of healing do?
Let's see.
My ribs and stomach will thank you.
14.
Nice.
Oh wow. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I feel great.
You can make me an Arcana or an investigation check, Samriel, on the robes. If anybody else looking at the robes,
I'll do
I'll-
Arcana because
Yeah,
that's
I'll do
going to be
Arcana.
my best. If someone else.
Lianuwen,
wants
did
do
you say you wanted to?
investigation.
Yeah, come back to me, but I think I do. I need to see.
okay.
Anyone know what
Alice-
that thing was called?
I only got 10.
25.
Did you do Arcana or
Yeah,
investigation?
Arcana. Yeah.
Arcana. Okay.
I got a 14 on investigation.
Investigation. Okay.
Nice.
So with the Arcana, so as you kind of like begin to sense and feel the magic that was used here, it feels very much like you're getting that, like almost the hints of necromancy
Mm.
from the robes, like hints of like darker magic, but mostly necromancy is kind of been at use here. And then for my investigation check with Lianuwen, as you are fiddling through the robes, you find what looks to be what looks like a large golden key, about like this size, And it has basically, it was sitting in an envelope. And there is a letter inside of the envelope.
Oh, snap.
Hmm.
Okay, I want to hand the letter to Alisand, and he can handle the reading part. I will keep the key though.
Okay. So just so you have like a better description of the key. So the key itself is like a large gold key about this size, and it's got a large purple stone, like almost like an amethyst, in the butt of the key.
Okay. Thank you.
Alisand, you now have the letter.
Congrats, words.
Mm-hmm.
Is
that what you say when you hand
Yes,
the letter?
just congrats, words.
Yes, words indeed. I'll give this a once over, and I will open the. Oh, and I was gonna say when I was sensing the magic, anyone near me probably would have heard me mutter, "Oh, necromancy," under my breath.
Hmm.
And then I will.
Are you taking a look at the letter?
Yeah, I'll read the letter.
So you open it, and you see it says Rusty Cactus, Nightfall. And it lists descriptions of all 5 of you. And it says they must not be allowed to leave. For he awakens. He awakens.
So I hold the letter up so everyone can see. Those that can read, and we were expected. See? We are all connected.
This is what we've been saying. Now you understand. Do you see? This is no ruse. We're in this together.
Question.
Yes,
Go ahead. You go ahead.
Groth.
Everybody just wants to hear a little bit more of whatever the fuck Groth is going to say.
Think whoever wrote that. Think they'll be fun to kill.
I look immediately uncomfortable. I don't know. But they mean us harm, and that cannot stand.
There's more to this. I feel this has some heavy meaning. We must research this further.
I was worried you were going to say that.
Yes, research. I agree.
Oh, it's like a dagger to the soul.
Is research, can you do that with an axe?
I can do that while you drink ale. How about that?
I like this one.
Makes a great argument.
And not this swill. Come to the Arcanium. I'll show you the finest wines. I imagine you tasted that wine and found it fine. However, the wine that is mine is far more fine.
You're just taking us to the good wine now?
Take an inspiration for that rhyme, by the way, please.
Yeah.
Go ahead and add inspiration here.
It is true, the Arcanum is much more comfortable, and the food and drink is not this.
You don't like books,
You don't have to like books.
but booze, on the other hand. Find me something to kill, like that, and I'm in.
Then Groth, I'd make an accord with you. Let us handle the books. You can handle the booze.
And the killing.
Didn't have to ask twice.
And Lianuwen and Cerix, the same deal applies, but at least you'll find comfort at the Arcanum while we research. Like
Indeed.
Samriel said, we are all in this together now. Like it or not, our fates are intertwined.
I'm sticking with my boat buddy. And I slap Cerix on the back of the head.
Yeah, I need somewhere to sit. And the atmosphere's gone here, you know? So, let's do it.
You seem a little woozy. Cerix, are you all right?
Yeah, I'm all good. It's just the what was it called?
Alley juice.
Street smoothie.
Never got to taste it. The full thing. A little upset about that.
So the 5 of you, are you heading to the Arcanum then now?
Yeah.
Yeah, we need
Okay.
to do some research. Yeah.
Sure.
Okay.
Books.
So as the 5 of you head out of the Rusty Cactus, and to make your way into the central city for the to begin your research and try to discover basically the meaning behind all these happenings and how the 5 of you are connected and how they knew you were going to be here when a lot of you just got here today. As you head off, the camera pulls back from the group of you as you walk away. And we see it kind of shift around facing the ocean. And we see that same thrum, that same wave that Lianuwen saw. Just thum, thum. We see it happening again and again. And we just hear that last line of that letter. He awakens. And that is where we're going to stop for tonight.
Yeah! I'm
Great
so
game, everybody.
excited.
Yeah.
I got
yeah.
the first murder.
The first head has been taken.
Yes. The first
Great
of
job,
many.
everybody.
Yeah, awesome.
Oh,
Well
that
done.
was amazing.
That was so much fun.
Yeah.
All right. Rachel, do you want me to do the outro or you want to do the outro?
I
What
probably
we
would do an
feel?
outro. You got it. I believe
All right,
in
well-
you. Believe
well,
in the heart
first
of the
of all-
cards. Sorry.
Exodia! So thank you all so much for joining us for episode 1 of The Shattered Shard. I have been Alec the Bardd. I have been your game master. You can find me anywhere on the internet under Alec the Bardd, and we will see you next Tuesday. And I'm going to pass it over. Just say goodbye real quick, guys. Real fast. Blumineck, go. Real fast. Goodbye.
Right, yep. Bye, everyone. Yep. I'm Blumineck. Find me in places.
Perfect. Pass it.
Yeah. Groth, go. I know it's not your name.
Might as well be. Vocal Butcher. Name, same thing everywhere. Vocal things and bullshit. Brook.
Yeah, find me, Brook Chalmers VO at Twitter. This was awesome. See you soon. Oliver.
I'm Oliver Koppert on most social media, and you can find my comic on litany.comic on Instagram. And Rachel.
Rachel Messer, this is my Twitch channel. Hit follow to make sure not to miss out on next week. ! Discord in the chat to join the Discord so you know when the VOD goes up on YouTube. Thank you guys so much for being here, and I am super excited for next week. Bye, you guys!
Me too.
Bye.
Bye, guys.